Welcome to Joy Television News with me, Ruth Jinangwa, but first the headlines. People's Republic of China Research and Training Institute commits to support the country's media. President Peter Mutharika beefs up High Court Judge panel. In international news, Tanzanian MP charged with abusing president. You are with me, Ruth Jinangwa. Now the news in detail. President of Research and Training Institutes in the People's Republic of China, Min Ligan, has assured the Malawi media of its full support. Ligan said this during the just-ended 2017 summit for Omnimedia reporters of developing countries, which was held in Beijing, China. Our reporter Enock Balakasi was among the delegates and now reports.
Speaking during the closing ceremony of the seminar, Mr. Min Ligan said it is useful for the media in developing countries to continue cooperating and exchanging ideas with their Chinese counterparts so that the benefit of the training are realized. He commended the already existing cordial bilateral relations between Malawi and China, saying the two countries are achieving rapid development and improving trade through the cooperation.
I
think this seminar is very important and very useful for developing countries' cooperation and exchange, since we also want to make best use of our training platform to build this platform for different medias from different countries to promote understanding, the mutual trust, and even deepen the friendship between different countries. So this platform is an interactive platform. Not only we will, tell many things, useful information, share some useful information about Chinese media, we also want to invite more friends, more even media counterparts from Malawi to come to China.
According to Ms. June Guan, head of news service at China Radio International, CRI, noted that embracing digital in the traditional media outfit will curb the increasing circulation of fake news in the social media across the world. She said the use of new communication channels by the traditional media will broaden the horizon of professional news dissemination to the larger population of the internet users. One of the delegates to the seminar, Ugandan veteran journalist Geoffrey Kaluya, described the seminar as an eye-opener and commended China for organizing it. He therefore urged African journalists to embrace the advantage of the new media.
First of all, I'm lucky to get to China. One, China's greatly advanced when it comes to the use of technology. Whatever they are doing, the technology is fantastic. 2-3 things I've learned from them. One, the media, particularly traditional media, is here to stay. What we need to do is for all of us to embrace new media. Take the advantages the new media comes with, apply them with the traditional media. For instance, the newspapers which I work for can still work with social media in that we can break the stories using social media and write deep analysis using traditional media. One other thing I've learned about China is that there is no exclusivity for anything. For instance, if you have a radio, you can still go and live streaming. You can still create a virtual studio, bring in the youth, they start dancing as you broadcast. Meanwhile, you'll be recruiting audiences.
Meanwhile, Arnold Chachacha Muntali, one of the Malawian delegates to the seminar, concurred with Kaluya on the use of new media such as Facebook and Twitter against traditional media.
Well, in terms of my experience, what I learned is that in terms of the use of social media, new media, I think they're far advanced. But of course, I wouldn't say that Malawi is far behind, but only that maybe there are some areas where we need to improve as a country so that actually we can be at the same level with them. What I saw is that social media is not just social media. The new media is not just about the media or just about the media. It actually is a part of their life. One of the things that we saw there, especially the use of WeChat for payments, for bill payment, it's something that actually maybe as a country we can actually develop applications just like WeChat so that they can simplify our lives. I know, of course, right now we've got two of mobile telecommunications. They have actually those applications, but in terms of their usage, they are not as widespread as maybe WeChat is in China.
During the 21 days, delegates were given the opportunity to visit several media entities, including China Radio International, Chinese Printing Museum, The People's Daily, CNTV, CCTV, Tencent, Ningxia Radio and Television, just to mention a few. Besides the exchange content, another highlight of the tour was the opportunity to visit the Great Wall, Chinese Wush Culture, Smart Community, and the Forbidden City. Since 2005, the Research and Training Institute of State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film and Television has been committed to build a win-win platform for the wide and effective international exchanges and cooperation in the field of radio and television. By the end of 2016, nearly 2,800 delegates from more than 143 countries in the 5 continents have participated in various seminars and training activities organized by the Institute. The seminar was organized by the Minister of Commerce of the People's Republic of China and attracted 65 journalists from 23 developing countries in all continents. For Joy News in Beijing, China, this is Enock Balakasi reporting.
At least 15 primary schools under Njalo Education Zone on Saturday walked a distance of 40 kilometers in a bid to raise over 1.5 million kwacha. The schools wanted to use the money realized from the big walk to purchase a heavy-duty printer. Once the printer is purchased, pupils from the 15 schools will no longer be required to pay 1,500 kwacha, as is the case at present whenever they are to write examinations. Wenceslas Chira reports.
These pupils and their teachers walked from Chikwawa Boma to Njalo Trading Center, a distance of almost 40 kilometers for the course. According to the organizing chairperson of the Big Walk, Simon Kachala, many of their pupils come from poor families. As a result, Kachala knows that very few pupils are able to pay 1,500 kwacha, which schools demand whenever they are administering examinations, hence the Big Walk.
It's very, very necessary to have it just because previously learners have been finding a lot of problems, especially sourcing funds for the processing of the exams, especially mock exams. So just because of that, most of the learners were failing just because the parents are poor. So as a zone, we decided that we should have our own photocopy machine so that the contribution of the learners from the parents should be minimized.
Njalo Zone Primary Education Advisor, Pair Edwin Lapozo, admits that this is a huge problem, which ends up affecting many pupils in his catchment area.
Very big concern. You know, we have parents who are very poor, and some learners come from maybe parents who passed on some time back, so they are raised up with maybe guardians who are also poor, and there is hunger in this area. So when it comes to time when learners are preparing to write MOCO, we need funds from them. So some of them fail to pay 1.5, which can make them to access MOCO during the time when the learners are writing MOCO in readiness for money examinations. So this is a big challenge.
But what challenges does this pose to the girl child if she is unable to pay the said 1,500 kwacha to write examinations? This is the question Paso Zimba, a teacher in the zone, is trying to answer, as she's worried with the far-reaching consequences on girl child's education.
As a female teacher, I'm also very much concerned with the girls who are failing to write exams simply because they are failing to pay 1,500 for their exams. So these girls can drop out from school simply because they are unable to pay this 1,500. And as a result, they can get married earlier simply because they have nothing. So as a zone, we were much concerned that we can raise funds at least to have this photocopier machine so that it can help those girl learners who are needy.
As for Yamikani Sekani, a standard 6 pupil, all she has is a plea to the country's president, Professor Peter Mutharika, and well wishes to help them in procuring this heavy-duty printer. Mayamiko fears that if little is done on their plea, then a number of girls may end up dropping out of school due to unwanted pregnancies. In the meantime, the organizers are challenging those that went through schools in Nchalo zone and are currently doing well to give back to their community by rendering a hand in the mission. Wenceslas Chira, Joy News, Nchalo.